Jeremy Oliver, sitting outside the Botanical Hotel in Domain Road, South Yarra, and I have in front of me two red wines I'm sort of thinking about very seriously as springtime and into summer drinking this coming summer. And they're both from the King Valley in northeastern Victoria. And yes, it is an expensive car. And King Valley in Victoria and in the state's northeast, it's a cool region. It used to be a big tobacco growing region, and a lot of the Italian families switched from growing tobacco to growing grapevines. And many of those families, like the Pizzinis, who are amongst the first to make the switch, started growing Italian grape varieties as well as those that we're more accustomed to in Australia from France and Germany. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is called La Volpe Nebbiolo. Okay, so it's a Nebbiolo grape variety, grown in the King Valley in Victoria, and the vintage is 2022. Now, 2022, cool season, late season, and what that tends to do, it enhances the perfume of these varieties when there's no rain. When the grape can ripen late in good weather, as we had in 2022 eventually after the rain, then you get a lovely perfume, but because it's so late and cool, the wine itself is more delicate and restrained, and that really works well with Nebbiolo, which is sort of, you find if you like Pinot Noir, then it's sort of almost you're genetically programmed to like Nebbiolo as well. And this one, if you look at the colour, relatively pale, it's already got some sort of amber, brick red colour in its colour, which is typical. Like Pinot, Nebbiolo is a very thin grape. You don't get a heap of colour, typically. And this one's made, looks a bit advanced, but that's quite okay with 2022 vintage. The old cliche with Nebbiolo is tar and roses. So you're looking for a rose petal-like smell, which this has, and then you've got red cherries, raspberries, red currants, blood plum, a little bit of citrus oil. So when you get a bit of citrus oil, that means that the grapes have been fermented as whole bunches. There's been a bit of that going on in this wine. Very fresh, very perfumed. Medium-bodied wine, but what I like about it, it's got real texture. And this is what these Italian varieties do well. So they can give you lots of flavour without being heavy, but with real mouthfeel. And that mouthfeel is typically important when it comes to matching these varieties with food. And if you're looking for a wine for pizza, with pasta, especially with a tomato-based Italian sauce, casserole, this is the kind of wine you should be considering. It's not too heavy, it's got beautiful length of fruit, finishes with great acids, almost savoury indeed finish, which is quite an achievement. A totally delicious wine. So if you're not familiar with Nebbiolo, this is not an expensive wine, and it's a great entry, sort of introduction to this amazing variety from Italy. So give it a try.